What's going on? So we are looking at Robinhood Legend, and we are going to be going over how to trade on the new Robinhood Legend platform, web platform, whatever you want to call it. It's Robinhood's new trading platform that just launched as I'm filming this video. Hopefully you're watching this, and this will stand for a while. There may be updates, so stay tuned to the channel. I will have a playlist that is called Robinhood Tutorials or something along those lines if you want to see updated videos, or if you're coming in here and it's been a while since we've had an updated video. So let's just get right into it. This is a layout. I have a video on the channel already that dives into creating a customized layout. So this is my layout one. And I've spent the past couple of hours getting familiar, getting a feel for it. And I want to now explain how to do things so that if you are coming into this platform first time or you're fairly new, you do not make a mistake that will cost you money. That is the biggest thing. I just don't, I would hate, and I've been there too. When you get to a new platform, you try something new and you just start losing money because you didn't know how to do something or you did something wrong and you weren't familiar. So let's go. Now, this is an account. I don't really use Robinhood these days, but I have $1,000 in my Robinhood account right now, or a little over $1,000. And so we can utilize that to trade. And I think it's perfect for this example and for the video. So on the layout, or if you go up to the top right to the widget section, what do you need in order to trade? There's no trading widget as of right now. Like if you're familiar with other platforms, maybe a Webull or something along those lines, you probably know that they have like a million widgets that you can add in and stuff. Robinhood has 6 widgets as of right now to keep it very simple. And I kind of like that because it doesn't need to be that complex, right? It doesn't need to be this massive thing. Keep it simple. So from my watch list tab, we can trade. From the chart, we can trade. And from the option chain, we can trade. Okay. I will make a separate video on the option front, but we can trade with that. If I had open positions up here, which we will in a second, we can also trade from there. So there's a couple spots to trade. Just want to make sure we're aware of that and how to do it. Okay. So first things first, we got to find our stock, our asset to trade. So I'm going to go and I'm going to pull up UBT. This is the like a leverage version of the 20-year Treasury ETF. So the reason why I'm pulling this up, let me just broaden this picture out. I am looking at this and saying, I want to get a piece and I want to buy. Actually, I actually kind of do want to buy some. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy some UBT. It's been down quite a bit. It's not super volatile, a little more volatile than TLT. So think of it as like a little bit more leverage than TLT, essentially. And I'm going to buy some on this recent, big dip. So I have a couple ways to go about it. And it's kind of small. I'll zoom in where it's appropriate. So on the chart right now, we have our cursor. And with our cursor, if we go over to the right-hand side, see this little plus at these price points? See a little plus? Now, if I click on that plus, whatever price point I have essentially been highlighting, where that little dotted line goes across, will be the price point that we will be now putting our order through. So because I don't have any UBT, it says you don't have any UBT available to sell. So I can't sell, I can only buy. And in this case, I can't short. So I can only buy. Now, what's a buy stop order? A buy stop would essentially mean that when UBT comes up to that price, crosses it, I would then get in at a market order. I don't want to do that. I'm not playing a breakout like that, but I might. And I actually do trade breakouts a lot on different platforms, and I do actually use buy stop orders from time to time. So it could be very useful, which is awesome because the biggest thing to me has been when using Robinhood, it just hasn't catered as much to that more active trader. Do you have to be a scalper? No. But if you swing trade or you think about things a little bit differently than investing, then you don't have some of the tools that other platforms had, so there never really was that pull. But now we have some of those tools, which is really cool. So buy stops did exist on Robinhood. It just wasn't as visual as this. Like we didn't get to see the charts. So I'm not going to do that, but if I wanted to, I could. Okay. So I'm going to click the X. If I come down here, okay, where we currently are trading at, let's go a little bit below, a couple cents below, click the plus. Now I can do a buy limit, which would just be if price comes down to that level, I will then get filled. Simple as that. A buy limit order We've got videos if you're curious what limit order types. I've got videos from a long time ago if you want to look it up, or just look it up online. Pretty simple, nothing super complex. You can make it as complex as you want, going into the depths and the weeds of orders, only if you need to be more advanced. For most people, you don't need to do that. So I can go and set a limit order. In this case, I don't really care. I want to get in right now. I want to get a market order in. Go up to the top left of the chart widget. Click where it says buy. You have the option to buy or sell. Now, where it says buy, or if I had shares, you'll see the option to sell. I don't, which we will now have in a second. So go to buy, order type, limit. I'm going to move that to market. Now we have the options to go with limit, market, stop limit, and a trailing stop. I love the trailing stop for anyone who, likes to ride trends, especially if you have a stock or you're in a trade that's like moving nicely in your direction. You've taken some profits and you want to just let it go. Because it's like, how far could it go? I don't know. I took 75% of my trade off, but let's leave this last 25% in case it keeps going. Trailing stop could be your best friend. Could be. But I want to go market. Boom. I have the option, just like you kind of had in the past or on the app, to buy in dollars or buy in shares. So I'm going to go ahead and let's go in dollars. Let's go buy $500. Maybe I'll go more than that. Should I go more just so we can have this as an example? I think I should go more. I'm going to go $800. And then I'll use the last 200 or so for an options example in a future video. You can see how this is not like I'm not calculating a trade here. I'm not like, oh, what, honestly, now that I think about it, maybe I don't like weird numbers of shares, like 44.0044. No, I just want to get numbers. Let's get a clean 45 shares. Let's go clean 45 shares. Simple, just to make it easier. I don't like that. I like it clean. Okay, keep it clean. Okay, so underneath it has your estimated cost. You have the market price. It has the bid and the ask. It tells you some more information down here. Cool. Buy UBT. Oh, did you just hear that? Oh, I don't know if the sound came through. It had like a cool little order entry sound. I'm a big fan. It sounded cool. That's really cool. I didn't have my volume up before. This is cool. So now, great. We are now in UBT. See now how the sell has now, the red text has now highlighted itself. We can now sell it if we wanted to. So I have the option to do so up in the top. Now we have a position on the right. Here's where it gets cool. We can not only close the position with one click, pretty much, with the click of a button. We can also set a stop loss, which is really cool as well. So we can do that right from the positions tab in the top right. I can also set a sell limit, and I can even click on the three dots to increase my position. There's options to have, options for you on the right-hand side. Okay, now, boom, we're getting, that's getting through. It shows up under my recent orders. You can see the time frame, or the time, the price, the amount of shares. Cool. Look at the chart. Check it out. Zoom in here so you can see. If I zoom in and I adjust this so we can kind of see this, nice and center of the chart. Boom. 45 shares, down 65 cents. So I'm currently net, right now I am down. But if I hover over my current position, okay, hover that, you have, look at this. I can set a limit order, and it shows me where I can highlight. It highlights the box or the area where I can set a limit order, meaning if I want to sell, I can only put a limit order higher. If I want to put a stop loss and minimize my downside, I can put that in lower. So let's click on limit order here and show you what happens. All I got to do is click limit and start dragging up. So click down on your mouse and just drag it up. Boom. I can now set my limit order at whatever price, or at that price. So in this case, 1927. I can even go ahead and edit it. Let's go and make it 20. Just make it fun. 20. Good for day. I'm going to leave this a good till canceled, because if it happens, next week, then great. So go ahead, go till canceled, and then trading session, market hours, extended hours, or the 24-hour market if it's available. This ETF is not available in the 24-hour market, so I can just go with extended hours in this case, which means if it hits my target in the pre-market or extended hours, it'll take me out, which is great because some platforms don't allow you to do that, which is really cool. So boom, click on that, and then sell UBT. It's not actually selling anything. It just submits the limit order, and now it shows you where my limit sell is up there. Go to back to my position, and where it says stop, I can now move my, or actually no, I can't move my, they don't allow you to put a stop loss order. Once you have a limit order set, you can't put a stop, which is kind of annoying because in some cases, you know, you want that. Just because in case of volatility where one hits, the other order doesn't cancel, you need an OCO, like a one cancels the other situation, which I don't think Robinhood is that sophisticated. That's getting into like the weeds of orders. Okay, that's there if you want that. Personally, how I would go about things is and how I generally would do things, if I'm trading, if I'm investing, different story, but if I'm trading, I would set my stop loss, move it down to where I want my stop loss to be, where I'm max risking, and set my stop loss. Let's set it for a good till canceled, and boom. You know, now if we push up, I can go ahead and sell my my position if I want to, and not have to worry about my downside risk. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I do it. I like to always have my stop loss set first. So on the right hand side, this little X, you can click to cancel the order, and the X also, you can click to close out your position from the chart. So cool feature. You can trade directly from the chart, like just clicking some buttons. Pretty cool. I like that. I know some people love that stuff. It's a big thing in the future space. Like, oh, can you trade from the chart? And yes, no. If it's no, I don't want your platform. If you can, then I do want your platform. You kind of see how that goes. You're also going to see the recent orders pulled up. Anything that I cancel that does not get filled will say canceled, and then the one that got filled is there as well. So you can kind of just see, you know, what was I doing? You know, was I kind of messing around, doing too much, adjusting orders, doing this, doing that? And people do that, so you can see that for yourself, you know, live. You also have the ability to do this if you were to go on to your watch list tab, which I have right here. A couple different stocks I added on there just to kind of show you. But if I wanted to trade from there, highlight or hover over the symbol, and then scroll to the right-hand side of it, click on trade, and then you'll have the same thing. You can open this up, market order, limit order, all the different orders you have access to. Set your prices, set your time and force trading session, and then buy or sell your positions if you have there as well. So there you have it. Now, as we're looking at things, you can kind of see the position is up right now. It shows me now that it's in like that neon green. I'm up 25 cents. Originally I was down a little bit. Now we're up 25 cents. But you can kind of see, you know, how it fluctuates as time goes on. If I was to go to the top right of the chart, just to kind of show you this really quick, where we have, if I hover over open orders or open positions, I can turn this off. So see right here on the chart how I have my position, which is now up $2. Let's go. We're up $2. I can day trade and make $2 today. That's sick. I can go to where it says open positions and click on off. It's now gone. Just to clean my charts up. If you're doing, you know, maybe I'm doing a video, I don't want you to see how much I'm down on a position. I could do that if I wanted to. I don't care, but in this case I'm up, so I want you to see it. That's how a lot of people get to these days. But okay, open orders, I can do the same thing. So if I had, let's say I have a limit order set up here, boom. I go and set it up to sell up there, cool. If I do that and I go to open orders, back in the top right, 3 dots, top right, either chart, widget, click on off, it will now get rid of that. So if you don't want to show someone where your target is, your stop loss, your take profit, then boom, you can turn that off. No one needs to know. So I'm gonna turn it back on, and I'm gonna delete it because I don't need it. So there you guys have it. I will do a separate video for options because it's a lot. So stay tuned for that if you're looking for that. You want to see kind of how that goes. I'll get into position, get out of position, so you can kind of see. I just didn't want to really take it. I think getting out is fairly straightforward. If you want me to see it done, you know, then let me know in the comments. But like I said, now you can see. You can close it up here. You can click on the X to close it. You can set your limit orders, the limit sells, your stop loss. Fairly straightforward. So there you have it. If you're looking to take more control of how you trade and your trading data, there is a video to a 1-hour completely free trading that I put together that shows you how to track and journal your trading so that you can utilize your data to improve. It's something that I wanted to do because I'm a data guy. I am 100% just a data guy. And I will leave that linked up down below if you are ever interested in that in the video description box. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for future videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.